Yes. Hello everyone and welcome dear all in mathematics class. Yes, and today we are going to start a new chapter, profit and loss. Here we will learn some basic concepts of this topic, profit and loss. Okay? We will see the relevant formulas also which are related to profit and loss. Okay? And the cost price and selling price. Okay, and it is here second video for this week. Okay students, so now let's start. So you can see some terms related to profit and loss that we all should know before starting and seeing the formulas and question. We should know some of the important terms related to this topic. So you can see the first is cost price. What we are understanding with this topic, that the price at which an article is purchased is called the cost price. Means the purchasing price in which we are going to purchase that object, that is called the cost price. That means in short we are writing that CP. CP represents the cost price. Okay. Now we should know that overhead expenses like sales tax, labor charges, cartages, etc. are included in the cost price only. These are the charges which are included in the cost price. And then we are finding the corresponding profit or loss, which is depending upon cost price only, because the profit percent or loss percent both depends upon the cost price. Okay, that means gain or loss, they depends upon the cost price only. Okay, so you will include the sales tax, labor charges and cartages in the cost price only. I hope this point is clear. Now you can see the next term is selling price. This is also a very important point that we all should know, that the price at which an article is sold is called its selling price, which in short we are writing SP. In books also you will see it is written SP, and this SP is representing the selling price. I hope this is clear. And that means the selling price in which the price at which we are going to sell any object, that represents the selling price or SP. Now the term is profit and loss, which is highly dependent upon these 2 points, cost price and selling price, but mainly it depends upon the cost price, students. Now you will see the profit or gain. So if the SP is greater than CP, this is a conditional statement, students, that if the SP is greater than CP, that means the selling price is greater than the cost price, then the seller has a gain or profit. You can say the seller has a gain or a profit. That means he is in the situation of gain or profit if the selling price in which he is going to sell any object is greater than the cost price at which he has purchased the object. Okay, so in that case there will be always profit or gain. The meaning is same. You may say profit or gain, its meaning is same here. So now we have the formula also to find the gain. That gain is equals to SP minus CP. That means selling price minus cost price. You will subtract the cost price from the selling price because the greater one is selling price. So you will subtract the smaller one from the greater one here. That means selling price minus cost price. This will give you the gain or profit. Now we know that, just I have told you, that gain is always reckoned on CP. Actually the loss also reckoned on CP only, but we will see later that here only. But gain always reckoned on CP, means here gain depends upon CP. Okay, its value is highly dependent upon the cost price. Okay students, now we have we can say this formula based on this, because gain recount on CP, therefore gain percent equals to gain by CP into 100. Gain by CP, because the gain we are finding with respect to cost price. So gain by CP into 100, that is showing the gain percent. Okay, I hope it is quite clear to you. Now we have the next one question related to this point. Just I have explained about the gain percent, how you will find. Okay, so you can see this question, students. Find the gain or loss percent when CP equals to rupees 50, that means cost price at which you have purchased that article is rupees 50, and the selling price at which you are going to sell that object is rupees 60. Okay, then CP equals to rupees 50 and SP you can say as a statement only that it is given in question. So the cost price is rupees 50 and selling price is rupees 60 here. Okay, cost price is rupees 50 and selling price is rupees 60. Then it is clear that the 60 is greater than 50 here. This value 60 is greater than 50. So it is the case of profit, because selling price, you are seeing here that selling price is greater than cost price. So we will write that here clearly that SP is greater than CP, means selling price is greater than the cost price. Therefore we can write that gain equals to this SP minus CP. You will subtract the cost price from the selling price. So SP minus CP is 60 minus 50, that is showing rupees 10. So rupees 10 is the gain here. Okay, so I don't think so that here any problem you will face. Okay, so gain you will get rupees 10. Then gain percent you will find. Just now formula also we have seen that gain percent is gain by CP into 100. You will write that gain with respect to CP is into 100, you will write. So gain by CP into 100, that you will write that 10 by 50 into 100. So this will give the value 20%, because you can cut that calculation 50 into one time, okay, and that 50 into two times. Okay, this you will do. Then 10 into 20 you will get 20% only. So this way you will get the gain percent is 20%. So I hope you have understood this nicely, gain percent. You will learn this formula that gain by CP into 100, because gain is reckoned on CP. Now you have to understand what is loss. Okay, because sometimes we face loss also in the transactions. Okay, so you can see if SP is less than the CP, this is now the conditional statement. You can say that if SP is less than the CP, means the selling price at which you are selling an object is less than the cost price, then the seller has a loss. That means the price at which you are selling the object and that is less than the purchasing price, then surely you will face loss in that transaction. Then how you will find the value of this loss? Here which is greater? Cost price is greater than selling price. You are saying that cost price is greater than selling price, then loss equals to CP minus SP. That means cost price minus selling price, because cost price is greater here than the selling price. So cost price minus selling price, that is the formula that you can use for finding the loss. Here the cost price is greater than CP, so you will subtract selling price from the cost price. So loss is always reckoned on CP, means the loss, it is depending on the cost price. Then you can learn this formula also for finding the loss percent. The similar question, just we have seen previous question. In similar situation, when you will face the loss, then you can use this formula for finding the loss percent, means loss percent equals to loss by cost price into 100. loss by cost price into 100. That means loss by cost price is a fraction of 100. That will give the loss percent. Okay, so you will learn this formula. This loss by CP is representing a fraction of, now you will multiply with 100, so that is showing what? Loss by CP of 100. Means this formula you can learn easily to find the loss percent. Now some more relevant formulas I have given over here that you should learn. So SP equals to 100 plus gain percent by 100 into CP. And in the case of loss, when you are finding the SP, here in these both formulas, when you will use, when you know the cost price of the article and the gain percent you are knowing. The cost price and gain percent you are knowing, then you can use this formula to find the selling price. And in the second formula here, when you know the cost price and the loss percent, when you know the cost price and the loss percent, then you can use this formula to find the selling price. Okay, so you will learn that in these two formulas it is given 100 minus loss percent, the value of loss percent. You will not use the percent symbol there. Only suppose that 10% lost, only you will write 10, 100 minus 10. Okay, that's why I have given some question also to see this formula, that how these formulas are working in there here in the questions. So 100 minus loss percent by 100 into CP, and in gain 100 plus gain percent by 100 into CP. That means cost price. So now you will see some questions based on these two formulas, that find the selling price of an article for which cost price is 650 rupees and gain is 6%. Gain is 6% here. Then you will write that here given that 650 is the cost price and gain is 6%. Gain is 6%, that is given statement. Then you may use that formula, just we have seen that selling price equals to 100 plus gain percent, the value of gain percent. If 20%, then you will write only 20 at the place of gain percent. 20% you will not write, you will write only 20. So 100 plus gain percent by 100 into CP, that means cost price. So put the value here. Here the gain percent is 6%, so I will write 6 here. 100 plus 6, you can see here I have written. So you will not write 100 plus 6%. You are going to write 100 plus 6. So 100 plus 6 by 100 into 650. So 100 plus 6 is 106 by 100 into 650. That you will solve now. You will calculate the value, that 50 into 2 times you will cut that, and this you will cut 50 into 1 time, and then 3 time. So 13 time it is divisible, because 15 to 150, and then 15 is remaining, and after that 0. So 150, that means 15 to 3 time 150. So 106 into 13 by 2. This you will cut with 2, 106 you will cut. So that will come 53. So 53 into 13 equals to, you will get rupees 689. So this is the selling price of the article when the gain is 6% and the cost price is 650. Then in that case, see here there is gain of 6%. So surely the selling price will be greater than the cost price. That's why here the selling price is 689 you are seeing, which is greater than the cost price 650. Okay, because it is the case of gain, then it is sure that the selling price will be greater. In case your answer is coming less than the CP, that means anywhere you have done mistake also. Now the second question, that on basis of these formulas only, so find the selling price of an article for which CP is 3200. This is the CP and the loss is 10%. So in this case you are seeing there is loss of 10%, gain not, loss of 10%. So you will write that given cost price is 3200 rupees and loss is 10%. So by formula we can say that selling price is 100 minus loss percent by 100 into cost price. 100 minus loss percent by 100 into cost price. CP is the cost price here. So you will write that 100 minus 10, because loss percent value is 10% loss. So you will write at the place of loss percent, you will write 10 only. You will not use the 10%. Loss percent means value of loss percent. So 100 minus 10 by 100 into 3200. So 100 minus 10 is 90, means 90 by 100 into 3200. So these 20 from here and here you will cut. That means 100 you have cancelled. Now result is 90 into 32 only. So 90 into 32 means 2880 rupees. This is the selling price here in case of 10% loss and when the CP is 3200. And here you can see when here it is loss of 10%, then we have got the selling price 2880, which is less than the cost price 3200. And it should be less than the cost price because it is the case of loss person. It's the case of loss. So your answer is, so in this way you can find the selling price when the cost price and loss percent is given and cost price and gain percent is given. Okay students, so I hope it is quite clear to you all you have understood. So now do watch this video for understanding all the questions of this profit and loss and the concept of this chapter. Okay, now you can solve some questions from exercise 11a of chapter profit and loss, question number 4 to 6 and question number 1 and 2, and revise the formulas which I have explained for this chapter profit and loss here in this video. Okay students, so now that's all. Thank you all of you and have a nice day.